Hey everybody, it's Anna from Astral Tarot. This is the magical blue bookshelf that I have in my home with some of the magic books I have and some of my tarot decks, actually most of them. Today is all about reorganizing this tarot shelf, maybe along the way disclosing tarot deck prices. Before we start, I have a few second copies at my partner's house. I have a few decks in other places in my home. I have Crow's Magic out at all times. It's on the coffee table. I have Gothic Tarot out next to my bed because it's a new deck. Let me think. I have Tantric Dakini Oracle near my vinyls. I was actually doing something with it and stopped halfway, but it's a cool deck. Just so you know, I have it and it's here to stay. Some decks are actually in the other bookshelf, so you know, just so you know, this is the majority of my deck collection, but yeah, it's not all of it. I want to talk a little bit about how much my tarot collection cost me, because sometimes it's good to do things that make us slightly uncomfortable. So I'm thinking, let's talk money. Now, I don't see my collection as this big thing that costs me a big chunk of money, because obviously it didn't all go in one go, right? This took years to collect. It went gradually. Yeah, I think when I started making tarot videos of my own, that's when I started to acquire at a quicker pace. But then also quite quickly, I started culling quite a lot, and that felt more real, more authentic to what I'm trying to do as a tarot reader. I think most of the decks I own, actually I know most of the decks I own I love, and I want to keep them either forever or for a very, very long time. We'll see, because we're always allowed to change our minds, right? But yeah, I also know that I have some of them just to kind of have and look at every so often, and this is why I think I want to check this shelf and see what I own. So before I really get into it, before we're gonna do this relaxing thing and reorganize this tarot shelf and talk about the decks I have and in what order or whatever, in what categories I'm gonna organize all of this, I want to talk a little bit about this thing that is decks as investments. I don't really know what people mean when they say this deck is an investment. So there's that. I don't know what they mean with that, but what it means to me is that decks as investments then would mean investing in myself in the sense where what a deck can bring me and what I can learn from it. So therefore, obviously, it's only truly good if I use it, right? A deck is only truly good if I use the deck. But then again, I have some of them just for the collection kind of thing. And I want to be a little bit lenient, okay? Some decks I have but don't use. I have them because they're beautiful vintage or first editions, you know what I mean, vintage copies out of print, that kind of stuff. And I do really like them. They're just not staple decks. I don't read with them all the time, right? And they don't have a specific purpose. Like, for instance, that purple box right there, Halloween Tarot. That's obviously uh, every month of October. I read with that deck at least once, So there's the purpose right there. And then others, it's really just kind of a nostalgic thing, I guess. Can't let go of them because of memories. So usually when I don't use a deck, it's gone, right? But I have to trust my gut because tarot is changing and I'm changing along the way. I don't know. It's just I want and have truly, I think, a pretty curated collection, right? The importance here about your tarot collection, the tarot library, I don't care how you call it, is it should just feel good. There shouldn't be this overwhelm. There shouldn't be too many distractions. It shouldn't be a project upon project upon projects that we never finish. It's nice to know which decks are your favorites then also when you venture into the world, the realm of another deck, that you don't feel guilty for your favorite deck, or to your favorite deck. You know, those types of weird things that we put ourselves through as strange tarot readers. Anyway, I'm gonna empty this shelf, give it a clean, and then reorganize the collection as it is today. That didn't take long at all. It's because I don't like cleaning. Organizing, that's pretty good. I just took the dust off. That's enough for me. Okay, let's start with the first row. Wait, no, let's start with what's actually in the other bookshelf. I have the Bert Bakker Black and White First Dutch Rider-Waite Smith, which I don't really consider tarot deck actually, because it's unshuffleable. I have second printing, I think, of Ritual Tarot. First printing is at my partner's home. I have this incredible tarot deck that I can't read with, but it's a beautiful piece of art. I have Triomphe de la Luna illustrated, and then two decks that I want to get rid of, which is Ibis Tarot and this Botanica Tarot. And oh yeah, I have Mary L over there. Also, I have this one, Gulliver. I know I talked about it in a live, I don't know, not very long ago. And I'm gonna trade this if my tarot shop at least still does that. The esoteric shop I do readings at. I'm gonna trade that for a coupon and get myself a nice book or something. Maybe some supplies, because, oh yeah, let me show you. After all, it's still, I don't know, I consider the whole month of October my birthday, because it's my birthday month. I got Agua Sacral not long ago. Love this stuff. It's to fill up the small bottle. And I recently also got this Wealth incense. This is so nice. I was looking for something to replace my honey incense that I use in spell work to attract, because it's sticky and it's sweet and very positive and very much sunshine, you know. And at the same time, you could also think worker bee, so wealth. I'm pretty sure that there's honey in this incense. I don't know, it doesn't say, but it smells so good. So I couldn't find the honey incense and I decided to replace it with this, and it's great. Right. Starting with my newest deck. Look at that, Tarot de l'Incarnation. Who knew you could just get this on Amazon? This is the deck I talked about in the live I was referring to earlier. Look, it's really, really cool. It's a different take on the Marseille, and I have not used this at all yet. I just want to show you some magnificent cards. Look at this hermit. Wow. I don't know, guys. I don't know if this is gonna stay, because it's beautiful, but the stock and honestly the starch white and the computer art, I don't know. I just wanted to get it to try it out, and I'm not sure if it's for me, but in the meantime, basically, I realized that it's really quite something. It's a different take on the traditional Tarot de Marseille. So there, I'm gonna put this to the side because I really want to concentrate on the decks that I'm sure I want to have, right? So here are two others that were in the front row, because that's where I decided to start. And if you are familiar with this channel, you know exactly what these two are, both with their moon cards on there. This is the Rider-Waite-Smith Centennial, a true ride or die. And this is my favorite deck, the Triomphe de la Luna Paradoxical, by Patrick Valenza, who also made the Deviant Moon Tarot deck and many other decks, including some oracles. So these two, obviously, I don't think I'm going to be that selfish or whatever it is to actually get buried or cremated with these decks, but you get the picture. I am never ever going to throw these ones out. or give them away or whatever. Maybe on my deathbed, who knows. Up until that point, they're gonna remain here. Very, very important. Then, talking Patrick Valenza, I have this Secret Pocket Oracle, okay, and it's gorgeous. I love this deck. I'm gonna put this to the side as well for now, not because I'm not sure of it, but because I mostly use this for clients. So I might want to, as a professional reader, want to make a little section that is dedicated to the decks I tend to grab for clients. So there's that. Let's see. Well, I have this Toth, and it's the one I'm kind of wrecking. I love it. It's gorgeous. I don't know what to do with this. It's not that nice, right? To have it like this with the rubber band and everything. It's supposed to be in a bag. So let me see what I can do with this. Then I have this funky little thing, the Carte Napoletane. I feel this should definitely be in a cabinet of curiosities rather than with the actual decks I use and am able to read. So this is also going to go in a different category. Now for the decks, let me see. Decks I haven't used in a very long time, which also don't have a specific purpose. I have 4 here. Actually, I have used this in the month of September for the opening act 1-card reading over on Patreon. This is my Wildwood. But you know what? I like it. It's not my aesthetics, but oh my god, just the smell. It's so good still. Wait. I don't know. Maybe this should be, see, this is what I mean. Maybe this should be on the forefront because after all, we are moving into the darker months and I might want to reach for my rainy day deck, right? Because that's what it is. That's what it feels like. So let's make that category actually before diving into the decks I don't use a lot. Obviously, Halloween Tarot, the one I was talking about earlier, let's put that next to the Wildwood because they feel definitely like October, November, December, and January and February decks alongside Polka Tarot. Let me know if you don't know these decks, then I'll be able to direct you to videos that I've made about them. Otherwise, you can also obviously just search on my channel. There's this little search tool. Put in Tarot par Polka and you'll be presented with the videos I made about that deck, or at least if that is in the title. Okay, got that. Let's go purple Triomphe della Luna. Basically the purple version of that favorite deck right there. Because purple Halloween, I don't know. Does that make sense? I think it's nice to put that next to the Halloween Tarot. Maybe that's it for the spooky decks that I have around here anyway. Well, obviously Secret Pocket. Maybe I can do kind of like a sort of a gradient of decks, you know. It starts off with the spooky decks that I will use now, the decks I use all the time, and then the spooky decks that I use all the time for clients, and then the client decks. Something like that. Okay. Before I put these down, the spooky decks, because I have to go in rows, pretty sure. Yeah, that's gonna be my system. Decks I kind of never use. The Casanlar Tarot. Not ready to give this one up, but it's going in the back. Druidcraft. Actually, I might want to start using this. So I'm going to put it next to the other Will Worthington deck, which is the Wildwood. Mythic Tarot, the original one, can't seem to part with it. So it's going next to my other deck I never use. And I'm sorry for people who've been looking for these decks forever because all of these three are out of print. Trust me, it doesn't mean I don't like them. Here's this gorgeous one, which is the Moroccan Fez. I just prefer my Centennial, to be honest. But when I read with this, it's really pretty potent. It really is nice. But I don't see myself using it very soon. Okay, I have this deck that I showed once. It's a fake one. I acquired this by accident. I don't use this. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Put it in the pile of magazines that I use for collage. So it's going somewhere else. Morgan's Tarot. I love this deck. It's crazy. I have my own little booklet. It's going next to the decks I never use because this is a summer deck for me. That doesn't mean it's exclusive summer deck. It just means I believe I will not be using it very soon. Same with this one. This is a gorgeous one. It's never leaving. It's Tarot of a Moon Garden, which is my inner child deck. And because right now I am in the middle of working with my inner teenager, I'm not going to be using this one. But that's one of those decks that has a real specific purpose. In here is my gold, beautiful Thoth deck. It's really nice, but you know, maybe I'm starting to have problems or issues with having this many Thoth decks. Because I have an ugly one, so-called, but I can't part with it because it was the deck that was gifted to me. Then this one, I can't part with it because it's the beautiful laser photography. Then the greenie, obviously, I'm not going to part with that one. Then I have this one made by Anna. It's gorgeous. I just have to probably leave this one in the van or leave the other one in the van. I don't know. Maybe leave the ugly one on my altar. That would be a good solution because I want to wreck this one. Again, it's weird. It's like a ritual bonding thing. So if I feel like pouring red wine all over it or putting it in salt or, I don't know, dripping candle wax over it, that's basically the point. Okay, getting excited for that one. Good, I have a purpose for that one. And then this one, next time I visit my van named Buddy, okay, love him, I'm gonna put this one in there. And that will just have to do. Plastic cardstock, great. Good. So now I only have the gold box and the greenie in this house. Ooh, this is a way of cleaning, isn't it? This is funny. Cleaning up but then not really culling. Because I don't want to cull. So, there. Just being honest over here. Ooh, what's next? Okay, I'm putting in this one. This one. Gorgeous. Golden Rider. Vintage. From the 90s, even though it looks 70s, but for the ones who were there in the 90s know that at that time the 70s were in, right? So 90s things tend to look 70s as well. Anyway, I really like this one. Gorgeous colors. But it's gonna go in the back because I haven't used it in a while. And let me organize it next to Rider-Waite-Smith type decks. This is all gonna get jumbled up in, you know, the second after I stop filming, but whatever. Bit of a color thing. Tarot de Marseille. This is Anima Antiqua. This is my regular classic traditional Marseille, but it's so beautiful because just like Centennial, it looks old, it looks worn, but it is high quality. I use this quite a lot for clients, actually. So it's gonna go next to my secret pocket. Then I have hoi polloi. I love this Rider-Waite-Smith. I mostly use it for clients. So that's where it's gonna go. Living Altar Oracle. I am gonna display this kind of here. It's not complete in the box, and this is because I am using several cards for several workings, which to me shows that it's a deck I want to keep, because I do not read with that deck. It's been over a year, I think, since I organized the cards in order so that it's easy for me to find one when I'm looking for it to do a working. So, but you know what? It's reason enough because I really do enjoy using these for rituals and spells. So there you go. I think this little cuddly one, the Tarot of a Magical Forest, is gonna go, actually I don't know, in my client pile. Maybe that's actually nice. Coming months to have a little bit of a hug deck, a cute hug deck. Let's just try it out. I have my blue box. It's just beautiful. It's a blushing fool. I have this for collectors' purposes, I guess. I love the Rider-Waite-Smith, so yeah. Gonna display this in a way, you know, a little bit, maybe display it like that. Yeah. Ancient Mysteries Tarot deck. Maybe it's kind of spooky season, but also not really feeling it, so it's going in the back. Terrestrial Tarot. I need a little bit of a break from the extreme weirdness of it. That doesn't mean I don't love it, okay? That just means I want to go back a little bit. Read with Druidcraft, for instance. Be in that. Being immersed in that world rather than the crazy terrestrial tarot, which has very extraterrestrial vibes. I've been thinking about this modern classic darling, the beginning of all indie decks, pretty much, at least for me. Wild Unknown Tarot, this is the first edition. This is not my deck, but I want to give it a serious go again after all these years. It's been slumbering, but I know that there's something really, really good about this deck. And so you see, I'm starting to get excited about using this one again. So, you know, exploring this one again. So it's definitely gonna go in the front. Oh my God, Ritual Tarot. Do I even need to show you this? This is the last edition I received. It's the one with the Lust card, and this is gonna go in front. I might even try to combine Ritual Tarot with Wild Unknown. And then I took a little break from Thoth. Yeah, I wanna see these images again. I've been keeping this for last because I knew I wanted to do this. Now I have a backup copy, if you will, actually a more valuable Thoth right here, which it's, as I said, my greeny backup copy, but I don't expect to need it. I don't know. Now that I've said it, maybe I've jinxed it. This is my Thoth deck, you know what I mean? I can love other Thoths too, but none of them will ever be as potent to me personally as this one. This was my first one I learned with this. And it's beautiful. It's the one where I actually fell in love with the imagery. Anyway, so I'm mostly excited right now. So don't get me wrong. Mostly excited for Crow's Magic, Gothic Tarot, Triomphe de la Luna, Rider-Waite-Smith, they'll always be the case. Thoth, I want to see some Thoth. Ritual Tarot, and getting back into the wild unknown. Let's make the little spooky pile right here. Or spooky slash autumn, winter, dark, rainy, colder times. And then the client thing, I don't know, how should I do this? Maybe the client decks can go elsewhere. I wouldn't mind that. I'm going to put the client decks. So that's Hoi Polloi, Secret Pocket Oracle, Tarot de Marseille, Anima Antiqua, and Tarot of the Magical Forest in the other book shelf. Yes. So I can put this one right here and my Thoth. You can't see the blue box now, but you will be able to see it when I take this one away. This is also a nice display box, isn't it? So, that was a lot. I realized that. But I do want to still disclose deck prices. So I'm going to go quickly because I won't be able to remember everything anyway. I'm going to go in euros because I'm in Holland and that's how we pay for things. Moonology, free because it's garbage. It's a fake deck. This Dutch Thoth deck, a gift. Anima Antiqua, a gift. I am so lucky. Tarot Magical Forest, pretty sure my mom gifted me this. I picked it out in the store and it's a regular Lo Scarabeo deck, so at the time would be 20 euros or a little bit less. Secret Pocket Oracle, a gift. Hoi Polloi Tarot, a gift. Is this a theme? Am I spoiled now? Thank you all for spoiling me in the tarot department. This beautiful colored Thoth, a gift. Definitely overspent on these little cards I can't read with, but it was a nostalgia thing, childhood thing. I think I paid maybe in total 35 euros. Same for this deck, Tarot de l'Incarnation. I'm not sure if it was 25 or 35. My newest deck, so there you go. That's just to show how good my memory is. Wild Unknown Tarot. I picked it up at someone's house and first edition, 30 euros. Thank you. This Thoth Greenie, 60 euros. Ritual Tarot, I received this from Tiara May, the creator. I only paid 30 in, I don't know, taxes or something. Tarot de Marseille par Polka. I see the glare. Anyway, I hope you still know what I'm talking about. Bought this on, I don't know, French Amazon or in a completely different country, I'm not sure. But at the time it was still in print, so 25 euros, I would say. Druidcraft, kind of the same thing, 25 euros. That might be the one with the big book, which is right here. Wildwood, maybe, I think I bought it for 30 or 33, including the big book. Halloween Tarot, this is probably 20 euros or less. Bought it without the book. Triomphe de la Luna Purple, a gift. Triomphe de la Luna Paradoxical, this is an indie deck by Patrick Valenza, so I would say 60 bucks. I don't remember what it's with shipping, etc., but I remember, I have a few of these just because it's my favorite deck, and along the years, or throughout the years, I realized I don't want to have a tarot practice without this, so I spent more money. But anyway, this particular deck, 60, I would say, or 65 maybe. Rider-Waite-Smith Centennial, just the tuck box. How much is that? I don't know, 25 maybe? Now, Cousin Lar Tarot, 90 euros. Golden Rider. I got ripped off because it's the French version and I thought I was buying the English one, which is worth more, but I don't care. Now it's my French Rider-Waite Smith. See? But I think it was maybe close to 70. Oh, that is way too much. Okay, let's not think about it. It's been years ago and I bought it with Christmas money. Cute, right? Mythic Tarot. Oh yeah, that was a trade. That was my first tarot trade. I traded another Bert Bakker Dutch version for this one, and I think the person bought this to do the trade for $20. So there. Tarot of a Moon Garden, 10 euros used. This is the first edition. Don't hate me, but it's just the truth, okay? Royal Fez Moroccan Tarot, 10 euros. So maybe you'll hate me anyway, but I'm not a rich person and I love to thrift and buy things secondhand. So I don't know why I'm including that in here, but well, there you go. Don't feel too envious. um, this is Morgan's Tarot. It's just the new version of the new edition. I don't think this is worth more than, oh yeah, actually maybe that was kind of an expensive deck, 30 or 35 euros. The gold box Toth, bought it for 35, pretty sure it was 35 euros. Ancient Mysteries Tarot deck, I don't know, 20. Terrestrial Tarot was a trade, so I only paid for shipping, which was 20 or 30. Living Altar, Oracle, yes, that's maybe like 65 plus shipping, plus taxes and all that stuff. Came to more than I had anticipated at the time, almost 100 euros, I think. Then I have Crow's Magic, 30 euros, pretty sure. Gothic Tarot, 10 euros. Tantric Dakini was a gift from my dad, but I know that the box is around 30 or 35 euros. This Greeny backup was maybe 70. You know, sometimes I realize sometimes I really do overpay for just a deck that I then don't really end up using at all. Interesting. There are also a lot of gifts in here, which is very sweet. Very, very sweet. So Marielle, probably 30 euros. It's a first edition. The other ones are gifts, I would say. Oh yeah, and Triomphe Illustrated, same as this one. But I bought two of them and then gifted one of them anyway. It's, I think it's a, let's just say 60 euro deck. Well, that was weird talking about this. I don't know. I can't do the math. Have you been keeping up? How much is all of this worth? Should I even put this on YouTube? You know, just so you know, it's not going to sell for this much. I don't think people are actually paying more than what I paid for a deck. At least that's what it seems like. When I have a deck that I think is worth a lot and I really need the money and I want to sell it, it just doesn't sell. And you know, maybe that's a good thing because some of these decks are overpriced. The vintage out of print ones, what are we doing? Who are we kidding? I know Crow's Magic goes for 140 euros or something like that, maybe more. Toth Greenies now go for 1,000 or 2,000 euros. It's insane. I really do like the vintage decks. It's just my taste, as you can kind of see. I don't have a lot of modern decks, and even the modern decks, they're not that modern. Do you know what I mean? Like the modern decks is Druidcraft. It's still about something that's about druids, ancient times. So I think actually saying how much all of these cost me, but then also the gratitude I feel for the gifts and the gratitude I feel for what each and every one of these decks, with a few exceptions, have given me over the years and are still giving me, all the support. Actually, I feel really good. Yeah, I really like this. It's really a part of my home and what I enjoy. Okay, thanks everybody. I'll see you next time.